They will buy you. Do you know the meaning of buy? They will.
I think I turned the TV on and someone was doing my job. Oh, you know, basically you weren't saying it right. You were saying 100% NAIJA, 100%. Oh,
you two will have me like
it's hard, yeah.
You two. Pumping machine will stop working.
Oh my God!
You two. You will use sachet water to bath.
You know, you will be frustrated.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of NAIJA Girls Dish with
Dolakbo
and Diana, season 2, I guess. Guys, just know that effort is being put in for y'all. And sometimes wires are crossed. But we move.
Let me just switch my makeup out. What did you do? Yes! So you're making me laugh.
Raw and honest. Anywho, today guys, we are going to be talking about IJGBs.
IJGBs.
If you don't know what it means
I just got back. And that is, I've only ever heard that term in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because people don't use it in like Finland.
Finland can. Who would use IJGB? What are you going back to?
And I just got back was for the people who were in school abroad and they moved back to Nigeria with plenty of hopes and dreams. So I don't know when this term was coined, but it was literally like, oh, that person's and I just got back. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I just got back.
Yeah, no, sorry, because I always get it wrong.
The thing is, I knew it was about students, but the reference I knew was that people that were from the UK had said, you know what, there's greener pastures, there's greater things. I'm going back to Lagos. I'm going to go and change the world. I'm going to go and, do you know, as I enter Lagos,
I'm going to go and blow.
And we blow.
Does anyone really think that they enter Lagos and they'll be like?
No, that's biggest mistake of life and destiny.
I mean, so for me, the I just got back kind of started before I even moved back, where I would like go home on holiday and that kind of thing, and you'd know people were I just got back because of the questions. Oh, sweetie, when did you get back? Oh, you know, when are you going back? When are you going back to London? Or when are you going back to the US? Or what do you do that? So there wasn't a lot of, you know, the same questions. When did you? And then the air kisses. So people would be like, oh, they're the I just got back.
Yes, the elite. Yes. It would just be plenty accents. Everywhere you hear America and UK, you're like, oh, even though it's my accent, it was so annoying to hear.
No, it was annoying when you had already moved back.
Yeah, of course now.
And then you started, because then after a couple of years, you are no more, you are a local.
And it doesn't benefit you. It doesn't behoove you to walk around sounding like this in Lagos Island or Lagos Market, saying, hi, excuse me, do you sell shea butter? They will steal from you. They will buy you. Do you know the meaning of buy? They will.
Okay, but what were like your own hopes and dreams when you just went back?
Mine was
first of all, why did you just go back?
Mine was an accidental move back.
Why did you just go back? You go back?
Anyway, someone's feeling like a scholar. Mine was an accidental move back. I had fought the moving back for like years and years, and everyone was like, oh, but you're an actor, and then there's an industry, and it's Nollywood. And I just was like, oh, it doesn't feel like there's much structure. Why would I do that? So I had gone, it's so weird. Oh my God, I feel like it's a long story. I'm gonna go.
No, because I don't know the story.
You do. I feel like I told you in recent times. Oh. Because I had entered a competition in Houston. It was an acting competition.
Yes.
And I won the competition. And the winnings was 3 movie deals. 1 in Ghana, 2 in Nigeria. One was with MMA song Frank Raja, and I think Pascal Atuma. I'm not sure. Either way,
that's a very good way to enter.
So that was how I entered. That's what kind of was the catalyst. But even before that, I had gone to Nigeria to say, let me test the waters. I went, I hated it. I was like, this is not for me. Then I went again, and then I was like, okay, I'm booking work. So then I just was like, let me just stay. But it was culture shock because I'd been to Nigeria many, many times, but to visit is not to live. Your pockets would feel it. Your skin would feel it. Your brim would feel it. It's a lot, but yeah, no.
What year was this? What did you do?
This was 2011.
Yeah.
But how did you move back? Because I know you moved back before me.
I did the same thing where I'd gone in 2008 and I stayed for 4 or 5 months.
Oh, wow.
To test the waters, just to kind of see, and they showed me They showed me like So I was like, okay, the industry is growing or whatever. So I was like, okay, let me see what is possible or whatever. I'd gone to different like media houses and whatever. I even got a job.
Oh, you did good.
Do you know Channel O?
Oh my. So I remember I had a meeting. I had like a couple meetings with Channel O.
So I got a job on Channel. Channel O doesn't exist anymore, right?
No,
I got a job on Channel O called 100% NAIJA, which was like a VJ video jockey where you play music or but you whatever. I don't know. And
no one heard a single word she said, but in her spirit, she heard it though.
And so when they told me I got the job, great. Weeks were passing, I didn't hear anything, and then I was like, okay, what's going on? And then I think I turned the TV on and someone was doing my job.
Nigerian behavior.
Do you know what I mean? So, like in that 5 months, I learned a lot. So I was like, so I called the guy and I was like, how far now? Like, what happened with this thing? And he was like, oh, you know, basically you weren't saying it right. You were saying 100% NAIJA, 100% NAIJA. I said, yeah. I can't even see what I said.
So you were disqualified based on.
I said, babe, I just found you. First of all, sorry, I'm angry. First of all, like, I know I did not say NAIJA, like, because I didn't even talk like that. But if I did, wouldn't you just correct me? That is not. Well, I mean, now I know that obviously that wasn't the bloody reason.
No, of course. And Nigerians are just savage.
You
anyways.
know. But my thing is, they didn't even have the courtesy
to
call me, text me, email me.
Wow.
I had to.
Now you know Nigerians don't email.
I had to see on the big screen somebody doing my job. Anyway, I don't know why I'm shouting. Let's calm down. It's too early.
That's with pressed.
So I did 5 months of that and I was like, man, this is hard. People here are crazy. Went back. And the reason I was actually in chat, well, it was... So I was dating someone. And
isn't she always dating someone? Have we noticed that?
How can I always be dating? I'm a married woman.
Sorry, previously.
I am a married woman. How can you be saying I'm always dating somebody?
In her former years.
That's how you explore. That's how you find your husband.
Not explore.
You gotta be dating.
What is this, Monopoly?
You have to kiss many frogs to find your
I don't want to kiss any more frogs. Oh, so sorry. No, but my issue with the IJGB situation is you come back and how are you making your money? There's so many people in London that said, you know, I'm just gonna move back to Lagos, you know, I've got all these plans, I'm gonna open a store, you know, I'm gonna sell this. Realistically speaking, you will find you have to rent the land. Are you living at home? Yeah. How are you getting around? Do you have a car? You have to come with capital, and everyone comes with dreams and empty pockets.
I think that people come with dreams and empty pockets because they really feel like, okay, if you're gonna get into a certain industry, you might be thinking, oh, I have all these qualifications that the person who is currently there may not necessarily have. But what people fail to realize is that doesn't mean jack.
It doesn't mean anything.
Basically, it's like street smarts, that's what's going to work. It's not, you can't be like, oh, I'm educated in this or I've been trained. That's the thing I learned. I'm being trained. Be trained as an actor. It don't be diddly squat.
I really
A red carpet slave mama will take your job. She will take your jobs. They don't care.
You came with this superior, and I don't. It wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, I didn't think I was better than. I felt I had a certain amount of exposure and experience that I could add to. The joke was on me because I showed up and I was basically browbeaten. It was a joke. Yeah. In my personal opinion, like, you have to have a plan. Like, you cannot just show up with big dreams and empty pockets. I feel like there's...
But don't you feel like almost, because coming from abroad, people, as much as it can work to your advantage, it also works to your disadvantage.
Definitely.
Like, sometimes I felt like on purpose, people would do things to get at me just because it's like, because they're thinking, oh, who do you think you are? And I'm just thinking, all I did was open my mouth and talk. I didn't even do anything to anyone.
Every sometimes like, is it because you're from America? And I'm like, no, I'm from London.
It's not American accent.
Like, I don't understand. That used to get me all the time. Who do you think you are? Because you came from America. No, actually, I'm from Peckham. Yeah. I don't really understand. So it was just a lot moving back. And then there's the people that only come for Christmas and then see the beauty, the turn up. And then when you really live there, you're like,
when everyone leaves,
that one friend, they don't come again here because they get a job. Yeah. That one person that said they're going to assist you, no, they forgot you. Like, there's so many, everyone offers to do so much for you till you get there. Yeah. And you are fully on your own. Yeah. And it's a lot.
My thing is that even though like, there is, for me in Nigeria, there's like community, there's a lot of people around. When you do move back, it really is a solo experience because you have to make your own way. You have to kind of like find your footing, see how you're just going to get.
There's a lot of trial and error.
And you do get through it unless you bail after like a couple of years because you're like, what else is going on?
5 years. No, I was out.
That was not a couple of years.
5 years. You're right, too.
You became a lookup.
So,
I just think that I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying?
It's okay. It's okay. It's age. Anyways, you'll be alright. The IJGBs that I know that came, they spent 1 year.
No, but who really spent 1 year?
No, I know people that did 1 year and were like, wow, this is the ghetto. Because the truth is, however much money you have, you too will have no lights. You too. Company machine will stop working.
Oh my God!
You too. You sachet water to bath.
You will be frustrated.
So one time, this is when I was staying with my friend Bina, and she lived on the island. I lived with her a lot because I was living in my family house in Surulere. And one time, we pumping machine stopped working. Like there was nothing coming out. We had to shower because not showering is not an option.
Yes.
Do you know we went to go and buy, you know pure water, the big bag of 20 or 50? We bought 2 bags of it. We now cut each single bag and squeezed it into the buckets, into the pots to heat it up on the stove, and then made bath water out of it. Like, really hear what I'm saying.
I think that's the thing. When people haven't moved back, it's like they don't. You can't. The thing you cannot even what we're saying. You can't explain it to someone.
Guys, I bathed with pure water sachets
to literally experience it. I remember, like, I had a friend who was getting really annoyed with me when I first moved back because like I wasn't really responding to my messages, and I'm like, dude, I can get into a car. My driver is driving me, decides to climb the boulder. We almost break the Okada man's head. Then we're surrounded. Then people are shouting. Then one person has to go to hospital. 5 hours have passed, and you're talking to me about responding to a message. You don't know, it's nuts. Like, it's crazy.
And then the idea, I think there's an energy you have in London where you think you're speaking to someone on a rational level. Mistake. Wait, I said mistake. And knowing, in this UK, I feel like we all feel like we're equal. Over there, authority is bigger than you. Yeah. The amount of times I used to get into it with like policemen because I thought I didn't have a brain. Like I would fully get into a full-blown argument with a man that could shoot me. Am I okay?
I know.
But in my mind, I'm coming from the UK. They don't shoot you.
Yeah, and you're thinking, no, I can do. And I don't think in the time you're thinking, I'm going to talk back because I can defeat the system. No. But because of upbringing and where you've been living, that's what you would do. Because if somebody over here did that to you, just be like, are you crazy? How is that even possible?
Me and an ex got stopped.
An ex. So Diana has been seeing people
Get
too.
out! I'm a fine gay, didn't know. Anyways, we were stopped that Ikeja roundabout where the
Allen?
Yes, that Allen roundabout.
I have a story
That's the worst roundabout.
I have a story
that
about
one.
That
one at Maryland. I got stopped at that one. And the guy stopped us. He now said, where are you going? Berushi. What do you mean, where am I going? Obviously, I'm in a cab because I was a cab girl. I don't drive. And I just, was with the man friend. The guy now said, he stopped us. He now told the cab guy to get out. So we were just kind of chilling for a minute. And I was just getting irritated because how dare you? How actually dare you?
See, where you were driving?
No. So he now told us to come and sit on the pavement. He now said, can I have your phones? That's the one where I got heated. I was like, because why? He's like, no, we need to check it. He's not going through both our phones. He's American and British. He said, why do you have the international email? Who is emailing you from the international? I said, do you not hear this? It's not a fake accent. I'm British. And in my mind, I'm like,
this is what you're saying to, oh my God, to traffic police.
This is the thing. And then the ex-boyfriend at the time, or the boyfriend at the time is now saying, Danny's coming. In my mind, I'm like,
don't tell me to call Dad.
My body was hot. I was doing shaking. I was like, who's this one talking to? It took a while to adjust. It took a while to understand that this month, call it walk. So IJGB, I don't know. My own wasn't a smooth transition. I just think people need to know why they're going, what they're going for.
Yeah.
Have stability. Have some capital. Don't go and say, I have a job waiting for me. As you heard, they've given your job away. So, therefore.
Funny enough, I have a story about the Allen roundabout, but I'm sure I can insert that into a different episode. But yeah, you're right. I mean, but funny thing is, when I did eventually move back, so that was the story I was talking about was 2008. I moved back in 2010. I didn't have a job, but I got a job that same week. Hallelujah!
That same week. So, you see, when God is favoring his special children.
I said God is my agent, man.
She did say God is her agent.
Yeah, God is my agent.
God, be an agent. God, be a house. God, be a bank account. God,
miracle. a miracle today with the ginky. Come and do a miracle.
Anywho, guys, that's a wrap for this episode, and we will see you next week.
Alrighty,
Bye.